All right. Put your hands together for the proud Parkinson Ninja.
My name is Papa. That's me. I never knew. I'll let it go.
I see that your microphone is not handicap accessible.
Here you go. My bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go, lady. You got it.
My psychologist told me that performing stand-up comedy was good for anxiety.
Right?
I think she was talking about good, like gasoline is good for a fire. Either that or she's just mean. Yeah, it's kind of like public speaking. People love public speaking, right?
Alright.
New York Times did a survey, asked people, what is your biggest fear? Number one answer, public speaking. Guess what was number two?
Stage fright, right?
Death. Death was number two. So that means if you're going to a funeral, you'd rather be in the box than on the stage giving the speech. I prefer to think outside the box. Well, my mom is my co-writer. She's got and she passed down her sense of humor to me. She's got a weird sense of humor. Well, weird is not the right word. I think dirty. Dirty is the word. Let me tell you one of her jokes. I'll tell you her dirtiest joke. There's no kids here, right? No, that's okay. They'll learn about it from the internet anyways. How does a squirrel scratch his nuts?
Oh yeah.
She's on it. Well, I'm 55 years old and I'm semi-retired, which is a nice way of saying I've been unemployed for 5 years. But I've been looking for work. I've got resumes in the trunk of my car in case any of you are hiring tonight. No, I'm serious. I'm 55 and I'm single, and it gets, it's a choice. Wasn't my choice. But when you live by the motto "Happy wife, happy life," things kind of break down when the guy making your wife happy is the pool guy. I take some of the blame. I should have seen it coming, because that guy was working for us for 2 years, almost every day at the house, and well, we didn't even have a pool. Actually, my ex-wife and I are on very good terms. She helped me out with a very difficult time in my life. She's one of my top two ex-wives. I gave her 5 stars on Yelp. So I've been single for a while, so I've been trying to get back in the dating game. So I went on social media to see what women were talking about. And they talk about the men they're dating, let me tell you. They talk about the losers they're dating. This loser doesn't have a car. This loser doesn't have a house. This loser doesn't have health insurance. And I thought to myself, I could be that guy. I could totally be that guy. I'm just kidding. I'm not that guy. I have health insurance. Sort of. It's sketchy. Well, I should probably admit at this point that I live with my mom. That's verbatim off my dating profile. I figure let's get it all out there. No house, no car, live with mom, have a sketchy health insurance.
Let's go.
I put that into the computer and I sat back and waited for the algorithm to do its magic. And lo and behold, I got emails like crazy. Well, half of them were women saying, "Thank you for not wasting my time." But the other half were very interested. They wanted to meet me. They wanted to know how we could get together and how they could donate to my GoFundMe page. I take Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, 13. I saw I had it around here somewhere else. Well, I mentioned I live with my mom, and I do actually work part-time. I actually spend my time providing remote IT assistance for the home office, which translates into I help my mom with remote control. She gets stuck where the TV's on, the cable's off, and then they switch and they switch. That's every day. But mom's getting better with technology. She was getting up in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom, and she couldn't reach the light switch, so she's walking around in the dark. And I didn't want her to fall down, so I got her an Alexa. I said, "Mom, check this out. Alexa, lights on." Poof, lights come on. "Alexa, lights off." Lights go off. She said, "Well, that's amazing." I said, "You give it a try." We practiced that for 3 hours. About a week and a half later, I was out with my friends. I get a call from my mom. She says, "That thing you got me is not working. It's not turning on the lights." I said, "Well, hold on, Mom. Does it have power?" She said, "Yeah, the light's on." I said, "Are you saying the right words?" I said, "Of course I'm saying the right words." I said, "Well, what are you saying?" She said, I'll show you. Amanda, light on." I said, "Mom, we practiced for 3 hours. It's Alexa." She goes, "Oh." I said, let me give that a try." I said, "All right." She said, "Alexa, lights on." And there's a long pause. I said, "Well, what happened?" She goes, "Well, I don't know. I'm not at home yet." Well, Mom's a really good cook, but she's not very good at stocking up the refrigerator. She has no food. She has all condiments in her refrigerator. I said, "Mom, you don't have any food. You only have stuff to put on here." She said, "I got food." I said, "Well, let's prove it." I found this app. This app is amazing. Uses AI. You open up your refrigerator, take a picture of what's inside, and the AI figures out what you can make. So I took a picture of the inside of my mom's refrigerator, and the AI chewed on it for a little while, and finally came back and gave us instructions on how to call DoorDash. So, as you probably figured out, I, like my twin brother over there, Frank, have Parkinson's. I was kind of worried following Frank because he's the master. How about the cam for Frank? Woo! Frank, you are truly 1 in a million. You know that? Right. There are 1 million people in the U.S. that have Parkinson's. Right. Oh, I guess I can use 1 in a million also. I gotta stay away from the front of the stage. Yeah. I've been performing comedy all summer about 20 times, and I haven't even fallen off the stage more than twice. You know, Eddie Van Halen used to fall off the stage, and it was cool. I fall off the stage, and everybody gets to judge you. They're like, "Oh, you think we should call 911? Stop bleeding." Kindness extreme. Well, having Parkinson's disease means you have to take medication. And medication has side effects. If you watch late night TV, you know about the side effects on medication. Yeah. And there's some certain side effects. If you have these side effects, you're supposed to notify your doctor immediately. The nurse told me if I experience an increased urge to gamble, or if I have compulsive shopping tendencies, or if I have more than usual the amount of sex
Oh, yeah.
or a sexy stranger, I have to notify the doctor immediately.
Good.
I said, of course I'll notify the doctor. I'm going to tell anyone who will listen. I haven't experienced that side effect yet, but if you get a group text from me later tonight, it's on. My mom told me she thought I was having a problem with shopping. So I asked my friends, and they said they did not agree. I said, Mom, my friends don't agree. Bill and Ted, they said they don't think I have a problem with shopping. My mom said, those guys are not your friends. Those are the Amazon delivery guys. I have a little problem with Amazon because I do like to shop. They have something on their website called the Buy It Now button. Have you seen them? You push the Buy It Now button, and it uses your default credit card, your default address, and it mails that thing to you before you turn around. You turn around and it's there on your front porch. And it'll ring the doorbell. So, the problem I have with that is a one-touch feature. So in my mind, I'm going, buy now. But what's really happening with Parkinson is buy now. And that is how I ended up with 24 can openers. I got them in the trunk with resumes. See me after the show. Well, I was watching Facebook at 3 a.m. because with Parkinson, sometimes it's hard to sleep. And I was scrolling through my feed, and I got some commercials coming up based on my previous choices. And one thing that came up was his ad for these elevator shoes. These shoes make it 3 inches taller. And I'm 5'7", and I said, I'd really like to be taller. And I like to buy stuff at 3 a.m. So I opened up the website. $180 for 3 inches. That's $60 an inch. I said, no way I'm going to pay that. And I kept scrolling, and then my brain started thinking. And I thought it's funny how we put different prices on different parts of our body. Because there's a part of my body where I would definitely pay $60 an inch. And I probably need a little more. I've always wanted a longer. Yeah.
So we are.
Indeed. Well, having Parkinson's is the only problem that I have. I have regular problems. I went to the urologist one time. Nothing to do with burning, by the way. That's If you've never been to the urologist, it's a trip. First thing they do is they brush you off into a little bathroom and ask for a urine sample. So the nurse comes up to me and she said, here, take this really tiny cup. And you need to fill this cup up. And you need to catch it in the air. My hands are shaking already like this. I said, well, I'll do my best. She said, oh, and here's an alcohol swab. I said, okay, I'm a physical therapist. I know about medical stuff, so I know what alcohol swab is for. I got in the bathroom and the alcohol swab, and I thought, I have no idea what this is for. What do I put in my wallet? I still have it. And I looked at this little cup that I had in my hand, and I thought, oh my gosh, I got this. So I started to line things up, and the Parkinson's kicked in, and I started shaking. And it wasn't the two hands shaking at the same time. It was one was up and down, one was left and right. And I thought, I'm going to have to concentrate and use some meditation. So I concentrated. And I tried my best to stabilize those hands, bring them together, line them up. And just when I was ready to make my shot, I was totally focused in. And, are you okay in there? So from now on, when I go to the urologist, I bring a sign that says, if this bathroom's rocking, don't come now. I'm Sean Blanda. I have a thousand Israel. Thank you so much.
Can you tumble your way down? I guess you need a hint. All right. That was the Proud Parkinson's Ninja.
I love it. All right, we're gonna keep things moving right.